So today I was wondering a question. What would happen if every Forsaken killer didn't die? So basically, what if none of them were Forsaken? And what would happen? So I'll be going over some possible outcomes if the killers didn't die. Also note that we will only be doing killers that didn't make a deal with the Spectrum. They had to have died. So, Nali and Nosferatu aren't going to be on this list. So, we will be ranking the killers based on how dangerous they are, starting with the least dangerous and ending with the most dangerous. Now, here I have a tier list ranging from things actually get better to literally the end of the universe. So, without further ado, let's begin. I'm sure you're thinking, Mario Games 95. This is the Crystal Lake Killer. What do you mean he is the least dangerous on this list? Well, Slasher, like most serial killers, is not really a big of a threat unless you're in a specific area. In fact, the real reason why Jason won in the Friday the 13th movies is because everyone was just an absolute idiot in any horror movie. Any horror movie, they're all gonna be absolute idiots. So, I would not say that Slasher really is that dangerous. Some of these characters on this list could actually end the universe in Roblox if they didn't die. And Slasher, what's he doing? Just killing random people in a forest? That's kind of lame. But yeah, I'd have to put Slasher in only like a few people die category. Moving on to the next killer, Guess 666. Now, the reason I put Guess 666 so far down on this list, for really the same reason as Slasher. He's not really life-threatening. Like, if you live near him, you might want to move, but if you're not really in the area where he's in, it's not going to be a problem. But why I put him higher than Slasher is because Sixer needs food. He needs Robloxians to live. So, he probably has a huge kill count considering that's his dinner. In fact, we see in the Killer 1 intro that he's literally killing a Robloxian. But to be completely honest, that's almost every the Killer 1 outro killing a Robloxian, so it doesn't really mean anything. However, Robloxians aren't his primary source of food. He also feeds off of like deer and other animals he finds in the forest. But to be honest, it's probably not even that big of a deal. If Sixer does become really a real threat to Robloxia, then the woods where he lives would just most likely become off limits to Robloxians, and like anyone who was living there would move to avoid getting killed by the giant dog thing. And so Sixer is a crisis that can easily be averted. So I'm gonna put Sixer in the same tier as Slasher, but now we're moving on to where things are a bit more life-threatening with John Doe. So the reason why John Doe is up this high is because of the corruption. Again, John Doe isn't conquering Roblox or whatever. He is actually just killing people. But John Doe's corruption is, it's essentially feeding on Robloxians because it needs them to live. Which is why John Doe kills them. This script, it's just trying to live. It's like a parasite controlling its host. Now, like Sixer, Robloxians are his meal. So, he probably has 3 meals a day, which are all Robloxians. And if there are 3 days in a week... wait. No. Bro, I'm too stupid to do simple math. If he has 3 meals per day and 7 days per week and 4 weeks per month and 12 months per year, that will give us a kill count of 1,008 Robloxians per year. But don't fact check me on this. I have an F- in math. So, John Doe has a pretty huge kill count. So I'm gonna put him in the statewide emergency category. Now, before we begin, let's go over some of Cool Kid's achievements. 1. Killed his father. 2. Stole his father's scripts to create a perfected GUI, which he used to take over and destroy games and vandalize them. Create a team of vandals and hackers to help him and nearly take over Roblox. That's one impressive resume for a literal 8-year-old. So, if Cool Kid didn't get killed, then he would have easily taken over Roblox and named himself the Emperor of Roblox. In his Cool Kid Milestone 4 render, we see him outside of Roblox HQ with the text, "Robloxia is ours to conquer." So, he would claim himself the Emperor of Robloxia before even becoming a teenager. So I'm gonna put Cool Kid in global lockdown. But now, we're moving on to the final segment of the video. The most dangerous Forsaken killer. 1x1x1x1. Now, 1x1x1x1 is a creation of Shedletsky's hatred, but he is also a 4th dimensional being. And because I have the IQ of a goldfish, I'm not even going to try explaining what that means. But the reason I bring this up is because it is official Roblox lore that 1x hates Robloxia due to its lack of a 4th dimension. Now, 1x can canonly destroy Robloxia with Rejuvigate the Rotten. So, that's what he does. Just straight up destroys Robloxia. 1x is the most dangerous killer in Forsaken. 1x is going in literally the end of the universe. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Keep in mind, this is just a dumb little video I made. I more or less just did this because I was bored. So, feel free to like and subscribe. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Yeah. check out some of the videos on the end screen, and I will see you guys later.